Hey guys, it's AlluringSimmer here, and today we are going to be doing a room build instead of a speed build because I am setting up for a new Let's Play I want to do. Recently I decided to start making the girls from Valorant in The Sims, and I was like, I want to use these Sims for something, but I have 8 of them, and I don't know what challenge would work best for 8 Sims. So then I searched up challenges that you can do with 8 Sims, and I found the university challenge, and we just did a university build. So I'm like, let's just keep up with the whole like theme we have going here and start the 8 Sim university challenge in The Sims. So today we are starting a new room build series where basically I'm going to create the dorm room for each of the 8 girls, and these rooms are going to be based on the lore and their personalities that you see in Valorant. So the first sim that we're making a room for is Reyna. And basically I read up on like the wiki, like the lore for her characters, so I had more details to like kind of make it actually match what her personality is meant to be. Um, the main characteristics that you get from the page is that Reyna is from Mexico. She has a younger sister, but they don't really talk much about the relationship between her and her sister. They just mention that she does have a sister. Her color scheme for like her outfit and her agent is purple and black, which is why I kept that color scheme in this build, so you can kind of see it's based off of her. She doesn't like technology, which I didn't notice until after I'd already finished the room. So one thing that I might change before I finish the entire house is probably taking the laptop out of her room. It could just be that she doesn't like certain kinds of technology, which is explained more in the lore of like the gameplay. So we could ignore that specifically for the fact that she might need to use a laptop for university. But if there's a way to get around that, then we might remove it and just have her avoid technology at all costs. But besides that, we can now sort of get into the build itself. It was kind of hard to determine how I wanted to style the room, specifically because I haven't built the lot where I'm going to place these rooms in. But I do already have the idea that all the rooms are going to be the same size, so I'll make sure to take that into account when building the lot to place these rooms in. Also, because she is the first room that I built, I'm probably going to build the lot now and then have all the other rooms fit that lot. So I know where to place the windows and like the doors and stuff, and make sure that it aligns with the house when everything is complete. So the idea is to create all these rooms and then create like a university housing style thing, because I don't think you can send multiple Sims to university, like to live on the university like campus at the same time without like doing it in a really complicated way. So I thought I'll just make the house for them myself and they can all just live together and be roommates. Um, but anyway, I added this thing to kind of look like the soul orb. Obviously, there's no actual way for me to like implement like things from the game in this build, but I was like, I'm gonna use what I have to kind of create the style of certain things that relate to her character. So she has like these purple orbs that she uses to like steal and harvest the souls of her enemies, and I thought that that like orb stand with the crystal in it kind of gave that vibe. I created a little like I was gonna say office space, but it's kind of just her study space. I put this laptop there so that she'll be able to use it for her studies. But again, I might end up changing that out because I don't know if a computer is required for university students. If she can just use like her homework book and like study and use that instead, then I'll have her do that just so it fits her character's style a bit more. I added this little void critter creature thing just because it fit the color scheme and I thought it looked cute. Um, and then I added some like butterflies above her bed because I still wanted to give her like some sort of like feminine, girly aesthetic things, but I also wanted to give off the vibe that she's like into more creepy things with like the spider webs and like the bats on the wall. So it like has the Reyna vibes, but still has like some, I don't know, cutesy things. Um, I did add a bookshelf in there, which you can use for whatever she wants to use it for. Um, And then on the other side is essentially like her vanity area. So I have the dresser that I'm gonna place there in a little bit. I actually ended up putting two dressers in a room just to like fill up the space. There's not a lot of like plants or anything like that. There's not a lot of greenery in this room, because again, I wanted everything to kind of fit into the color scheme of like purple and black and like dark colors. And I feel like I did that very effectively. I wanted to add a photo to kind of look like a picture of her sister, because again, they don't really talk about the characters and the gameplay itself, but there is like lore to each character. And because the only family that we know that she has is her little sister, or that she had, I was like, let me put this little picture just because it was purple, even though it's meant to be like a movie poster of like a chef. And I was gonna hide it behind the dresser so you couldn't see the spatula and you would just assume that it's like her sister. But I ended up just putting it on the wall and we can just pretend it was like a painting or drawing of her. I had this huge mirror on the wall, which did take up a lot of the space, but I wanted to add more stuff onto the wall itself. So I ended up replacing that mirror with a smaller one, and then I put another dresser underneath. And that gave me more space to add like a few more clutter items. So I added like a little makeup stand, some nail polish because she wears nail polish in the game, and just like a notebook and just extra like study stuff that you would have in like a university dorm. Obviously, these aren't actual dorm rooms, they're meant to just be rooms in like university housing, which is why they have a lot more furniture than you would probably have in like a regular dorm room. But I think it turned out quite nicely. We're getting pretty close to the end of this build. There will be screenshots at the end so you guys can see the entire room in its entirety. And feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and you want to see more videos like this. And feel free to comment down below maybe some suggestions for the future girls' rooms. So if you have ideas for like what I could put in Killjoy's room or in Aster's room, then leave that in the comments and I'll be sure to take that into account when making the future builds. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.